In 2018, Meghan Markle, an American actress best known for her role in the TV series Suits, married Prince Harry in what was hailed as a modern-day fairy tale. For many, it was a groundbreaking moment, a biracial, divorced, independent woman joining the centuries-old British monarchy. The royal wedding at Windsor Castle captivated millions around the world, a dazzling spectacle blending tradition and modernity. Yet behind the glamour, whispers of unease echoed through palace walls. Could Meghan truly fit into an institution defined by rigid rules, protocol, and centuries of hierarchy? The world celebrated the love story, but the seeds of controversy had already been sown. Meghan came from a world of Hollywood freedom, where individuality and independence were celebrated. Life inside the British monarchy was the complete opposite, bound by centuries of tradition, strict rules, and expectations of silence and restraint. Almost immediately, Meghan struggled to adapt. What seemed normal to her, speaking out, expressing opinions, pursuing her own career, was viewed as disruptive by royal insiders. The cultural clash was stark. The palace demanded conformity, while Meghan embodied change. The tension highlighted not just Meghan's personal challenges but also the monarchy's struggle to modernize in a world that increasingly questioned its relevance. From the beginning, Meghan was targeted by the British press with relentless scrutiny. Headlines dissected everything: her fashion choices, her family background, her behavior, and often carried undertones of racism and xenophobia. Comparisons with Kate Middleton were constant, but Meghan was almost always painted in a negative light. The double standards were glaring. Where Kate was praised, Meghan was criticized. For Meghan, this media storm became unbearable. Shelter admitted it took a toll on her mental health, pushing her into isolation. What should have been a joyful chapter in her life quickly turned into a nightmare under the public eye. Prince Harry, haunted by the memory of his mother Diana's tragic death under media pressure, was determined to protect Meghan. He publicly condemned the tabloids, releasing unprecedented statements defending her from harassment. "I will not let history repeat itself," he declared. For Harry, Meghan was not just his wife, she was a symbol of his fight against the system that had failed his mother. This protective stance won admiration from some but criticism from others who accused him of defying the monarchy's tradition of silence. Their love story, once celebrated, became a flashpoint of tension inside the royal institution. In 2021, Meghan and Harry sat down with Oprah Winfrey in an interview that shook the world. Meghan revealed she had faced suicidal thoughts during her time as a royal, feeling trapped and unsupported. She also disclosed that members of the royal family had expressed concerns about her son Archie's skin color. These revelations sent shockwaves through the monarchy. For many, it was proof of systemic problems within the institution. For others, it was an act of betrayal. The interview cemented Meghan's role as one of the most controversial figures in modern royal history, admired and despised in equal measure. Meghan's public image was constantly measured against that of Kate Middleton. While Kate was portrayed as the perfect, dutiful duchess upholding tradition, Meghan was cast as the disruptive outsider. Stories of a feud between the two women dominated tabloids. Meghan revealed that before her wedding, Kate had made her cry during a disagreement, though Kate later apologized. Still, the media narrative persisted, two royal wives locked in contrast. Whether true or exaggerated, the comparisons fueled division not only within the family but also among the public, reinforcing Meghan's role as both challenger and scapegoat. For Meghan's supporters, she became a modern icon, representing diversity, female empowerment, and the courage to speak out. For critics, she was the woman who disrupted tradition, manipulated Harry, and created division within the monarchy. This stark divide made Meghan one of the most polarizing figures in the world. She was no longer simply a duchess, she was a cultural lightning rod. Her story reflected broader societal debates: race, gender roles, privilege, and the future of outdated institutions. Whether admired or hated, Meghan Markle had become impossible to ignore. When Harry and Meghan relocated to California, they sought freedom from palace restrictions. In their Montecito mansion, they embraced a quieter life as parents to Archie and Lilibet. Meghan engaged in philanthropy, spoke on women's rights, and worked on creative projects, including Netflix documentaries, yet even in America, she could not escape the spotlight. Paparazzi cameras followed, and every appearance was dissected online. Meghan's new life was freer, yes, but it remained entangled with the same fame and scrutiny she had hoped to escape. Her attempt to rewrite her story showed that freedom still came with a price. Meghan and Harry transformed themselves into more than former royals, they became global brands. Their foundation, Archewell, focused on philanthropy, while media deals with Netflix and Spotify amplified their influence. Meghan positioned herself as a thought leader on women's issues, equality, and mental health. Critics accused them of exploiting royal ties for profit, while fans saw them as redefining modern celebrity with purpose. Either way, Meghan had successfully leveraged her royal chapter into a platform larger than the palace itself. The Duchess of Sussex had become a brand recognized worldwide, her influence stretching far beyond Britain. What will history remember Meghan Markle for? Will she be celebrated as the woman who bravely stood up to an ancient institution, or condemned as the outsider who divided it? Her journey is far from over. As she balances motherhood, philanthropy, and public projects, Meghan remains one of the most talked about women in the world. Loved and hated in equal measure, she has already secured a place in history as the royal who dared to challenge the crown. The future remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: Meghan Markle's story is not finished, it is still being written.